So back when I first built this bike in, I think it was about 2000 and I think it was over about 2018, 2019. I had Olin's right way up forks in it. And, I fitted those to this bike. And I bought this set of Brembo brakes for it. Now, these weren't the cheap Brembo brakes. These were actually pretty expensive. I think these two calipers here cost me nearly £1,000 for just the calipers. Um, and um, and I paired them up with these Clever Wolf brackets that I got from Japan, and they were for the Olin's right way up forks that that I had fitted in that in this bike. And then I subsequently built my GSX 750 Inazuma Suzuki, and I had got a set of wire spoke wheels made for that. Kineo wheels made out of Italy. And then I swapped the Olin's right way up forks from this bike over to the Suzuki. I'll stick a photograph up of both of those and let you see. And but anyway, so these brackets here, um, that's the way that was, and so these went over onto my Suzuki, and I always thought, my goodness, I would love to have those fitted to my Kawasaki if I ever rebuild it. And so now I'm rebuilding it. I want them back. I want them back, and Suzuki has had to give them up. And so these here brakes, these Brembos, will be going on to this bike with the refurbished forks. I think they'll look great. And but so I've had to buy another set of brakes for the Suzuki, and to pair them up with these Clever Wolf brackets, which aren't applicable to these forks. They're only applicable to the Olin's forks. So I've had to buy other brackets, bracket adapters, off the internet that will pair these up to these forks. Okay. All right. So I've had to replace these calipers here, these expensive calipers. I'm going to have to buy or get something for my Suzuki. So I bought these ones. Now these are also Brembo, but now they're a fraction. They're a fraction of the price of those ones. Were a pair of these here, this pair here, or like a third of the price of this pair. Okay, so as you can see, it's getting a bit crowded here. I've laid out the parts that I'm going to be using and replacing. And I was saying about these, the Brembo brakes, and they're pretty expensive and high market brakes, both of them. And although these here, like I had mentioned, were actually pretty expensive. I mean, £1,000 for a pair of calipers is dear. Nobody could deny that. But even with that, there are things there that you could improve. Well, I'm going to improve upon, and that is, I don't like these just these bolts here. These are just steel cap head bolts. That's all those are. Those, and so I've opted to replace those with these here Torx black titanium ones from Race Titanium, and they will be going in there to replace those. Okay, the mounting bolts, you know, will all be getting changed for titanium ones, again from race titanium, here and here. And I'll be modifying those further, like I did previously with these ones, in that I gun drilled them. I gun drilled the titanium ones whenever those calipers were paired up with the Clever Wolf brackets for the Öhlins forks. These here are just as they come stock, and so I'll be modifying those to be like those. The other thing is, yeah, you get, you know, just a stock steel, bleed nipple. Again, those will be being replaced for stainless steel ones. The banjo bolts are all brand new Hell ones. And also these bolts here for the calipers, that Brembo supply, I don't like those. Those are being replaced with, for these calipers, stainless steel replacements, which will be going in there to dress those up a wee bit. And the other thing is, I wanted to say, was these brackets here, to adapt these to the Kawasaki, the stock Kawasaki forks. I got these off the internet. I think they came from China. Very nice brackets, and nicely machined. And I specifically asked for them in black because they offered them in like a billet aluminium, but I wanted them black. And again, they came with stainless steel cap head mounting screws, but of course those will be being swapped out for titanium ones, flange head ones, which I'll gun drill for to be the same as those ones. Okay, so I've just done one of these calipers here, dressed it up a bit, and compared it with the one that I haven't, and the same with these two. I mean, that's like I was saying, that's as it comes stock. Lovely caliper, but for the sake of just a little bit extra there, it has the Torx bolts. They're replaced with stainless steel Torx bolts. It has the bleed nipple replaced with a stainless steel one, and it has a stainless steel a banjo bolt there. So you can see yourself. I mean, these are brand new, but doesn't take much to dress them up. But anyway, and then these expensive ones, well, they're both expensive, but these more expensive ones, there, I've got the there's the stock bolts that come with them. Now I could have bought cap head bolts like that too, but I wanted them black, and I just thought I would go for the button head black titanium ones, Torx. Again, stainless steel bleed nipple. There's the wee cap for it there, and new brake pads and stuff in it as well. I think you can also buy a new pin there, but I didn't bother because that one there's black and it's nice, So there you go, ready to install. I'll just do the rest of the other two the same, and fit these. Okay, so here's both sets. Well, actually 3 sets of brakes all laid out and for you to see. And there's all the titanium bolts gun drilled. That's for one set here that's paired up with these Clever Wolf brackets. And then there's the other set of titanium bolts. They're all gun drilled, but I've also machined the recess for them as well, you know, to give them that nice sort of trick look. And you'll see here there's some of them different threads. I mean, those are 1.25 pitch, those are 1.5 thread pitch. They're all M10. These here again, they're 1.5 there, and then these ones here 1.25, because to suit the, you know, the Brembo brakes and the forks. And there's the stock brakes again, and showed you that maybe in the last video. There's the stainless steel machined wheel spacer, and the other side, the pinch bolts, brand new front axle and nut. And you know, there they go. They're all ready to fit. And these are the wee brackets there that I got for these forks here. Now, I'm fully aware that you can also get, people might be wondering, well, why aren't you using radial brakes? And I already have radial brakes on my 2005 bike, and I'll stick up a picture of those as well. Those are paired up with Factory Pro brackets and my own machined spacers as well, stainless steel. And but you'll be able to see those as well. And you can get aftermarket brackets off the internet as well, that would go on to the stock forks to allow you to fit radial brakes too, if you wanted to do that. But just for this bike, I didn't want radial, but I wanted these axle brakes, and you know, for this look. And so anyway, I'll fit them, and each of them, and let you see what you think to them. Okay, so here's the stock Takiko 6-pot calipers, all cleaned up and fitted on my forks. And I mean, they look great and work great as well, as I've been saying. So there you are. That's them. Okay, now I'll fit the another set of brakes. I'll fit the Brembos now. So here are the cheaper Brembo axle calipers, along with those brackets and titanium bolts that have been modified and gun drilled and everything. And man, do they look fantastic. As a matter of fact, I'm wondering, should I just keep them on this bike? Because good grief, they look great. Yeah, they look superb. Really, really pleased with those. Yeah. There they are. Very, very stylish, those there now. No doubt about it. Right, let's try the other ones. Okay, so here are the expensive ones on. And to be honest with you, they're beautiful brakes, but I actually think the the other Brembos pop even more. But you know, I mean, any of them look superb on the bike, and I'm really happy with those little adapter brackets. So there you go, guys. There you go. Just straighten that pad up there. You know, suppose I could fit the wheel and see, get another look at it and take it from there. What about that? Okay, so that's the wheel fitted. And there you go. One of those calipers fitted, and it looks superb, doesn't it? Really does. Really does. I'll try the other more expensive caliper on. Gotta make up my mind what I'm going to put on this bike, whether I'm going to put these calipers on or the other ones. But they look the business, don't they? Okay, so there you go. There's the expensive calipers on, or one of them fitted anyway. Let you see it. Grief. It's a hard decision. Right. Need to make my mind up on this. I don't know. They both look really, really good. But to be honest with you, I'm nearly veering towards the other ones, despite all I've said. And maybe just keep them paired up with the Öhlins forks and the Clever Wolf brackets for the Suzuki. One more time. Right, so there's the other cheaper ones on again. Good grief. Okay, guys, I think I've made my decision. I'm going to keep these gold calipers here that I had intended for the Suzuki. I'm going to keep them on the Kawasaki because I've just put them here on the Suzuki and paired them up with the Öhlins forks and the Clever Wolf brackets. And although they look the business, I think the more expensive ones will be going on this bike, and just keep it all with the Öhlins forks and just as the way it was transferred over from my Kawasaki. There they are. I mean, they look good, but I'll put the more expensive ones on this here to let you see. So there you go. Yeah, I think they're more in keeping with this setup that I have on this Suzuki. And yeah, I had intended all along to swap them over onto the Kawasaki that I'm rebuilding, but you know, now that I see them back on the Suzuki and I see these these other gold ones that I had actually bought for this Suzuki here, and I have moved them about from bike to bike. Yeah, I think it's best that those ones there stay with the Clever Wolf brackets and the Öhlins forks and the Kaneo wheels on the Suzuki, and the other ones stay with the Kawasaki. And anyway, I'll show you the back caliper, because they are the match of the back caliper that I bought as well. So as you can see, there's the back caliper of that bike, and it is the proper match for the front ones. There you go. Yeah, that's the decision I'm gonna go for. So yeah, so the calipers that I actually bought to fit onto this bike, I'm gonna stick with them on the Kawasaki, and keep all these the Öhlins forks and everything in the Suzuki. All right, guys, so that's the decision made, and yeah, I'm happy with my decision. You know, I mean, it always takes you to see the parts on the bike. You know, you have your vision in your mind as to what you're going to do and all of these things, you know. But yeah, these calipers absolutely suit this bike perfectly. And it was only whenever I actually seen them on the fitted on the forks with the wheel in, and even with the before I put the wheel in, that yeah, I knew it would be the right decision to, you know, to go with them on this bike and keep the other ones that were perfectly matched to the Öhlins forks, and you know, the Clever Wolf brackets and everything. Just keep that together the way it was whenever I initially, you know, picked those for well, I had the Öhlins forks on this Kawasaki, and the Clever Wolf brackets and those expensive calipers. And when I transferred them over onto the Suzuki, like I was saying, I always had it in my head, you know, I would love to have those back on this bike if I ever rebuild it. But now that I see these ones on with these stock forks rebuilt with the gold tubes in, and everything refurbished, titanium bolts and everything, yeah, that was the right way to go, guys. So there you go. Brake lines and all are hooked up. Everything is done. Just need to bleed them and then move on to something else. So, right, guys, I'll wrap it up there. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for following along. Stay tuned for the next one. Okay, bye.